Welcome to another episode of CBTV. We are Citizen Brick and we're located in Chicago, Illinois. We make custom printed Legos, parts, accessories. And my name is Ashley. I'll be hosting this episode today that is a year in review of all of the products that we made in 2018. Well, not all of them, but some of them. And I am joined with the owner and founder, Joe Trupia.
Hi, everybody. Yeah.
With no further ado.
Like Ashley said, this is kind of a recap of some of the greatest hits that we did this year. We made a ton of stuff. We made more than we usually crank out in a year, it seems. And having them all together on the desk is kind of surprising how much we managed to get done. So we're going to go through some of the favorites. You can kind of check this against your own Citizen Brick collection, see if you got everything or which ones you missed. And I'll just point out some of the notable production details about each one. So one of the earliest ones we did this year is kind of a reboot of our Prom Zombie. This is kind of a generic tuxedo, although kind of a dated powder blue tuxedo. We've done version 1 a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, yep.
Where we had kind of an undead, unbeat up tuxedo so that you could use it for other builds. But we decided that kind of wanted to make them a little more zombie-ish this year. So here he is kind of in full
rips, tatters. He's got a little bit more detailing on the back. The face still has the acne of an adolescent, but undead, which is funny.
Corrective orthodontia. He's got braces.
Yeah, tiny braces, which were fun to print as well. The update of V2 also came with clamshell packaging too, as opposed to the older one that was just slipped in a little clear baggie. So
we made this guy a little more gross. I think it was version 3 we talked about making a date for him.
We gotta do a date.
Yeah, this year
in like
he's
a
still
pink prom dress.
flying solo this year.
Yep, stag to the undead party.
We did a couple of more high-end military figures. This is kind of a version of one we did a couple years ago. This is our U.S. World War II airborne figure. This time he's got Mohawk and war paint and a Thompson machine gun. Updated that one a little bit. We've got our U.S. Army Ranger. This is kind of a mixed camouflage here. We got tricolor and woodland camo and the chocolate chip helmet. This is kind of a update of some previous stuff we've done. And then this is kind of my favorite for the year is the World War II German zombie. We've got a rust printed style helm, brick arms style helm, brick arms, MP40, also rust detailed. Kind of tricked this guy out all a 360 here.
Yep.
I like this guy a lot.
He's tattered, kind of like the zombie guy, but with more military flair.
Yeah.
We had to revisit this helmet though because the original iteration of the rust was a bit too small and just didn't look as Lego-like as we would like it to. So Joe fattened up the artwork, we tweaked the colors a bit, and nailed it.
It's kind of a fine line between, I think, when we're designing stuff to keep it somewhere between being, I don't know if realistic is the right word because it is a toy. I mean, it's 1.5 inches, 3/4 tall, but have the kind of proportion that I think it would have if it came right out of Lego factory. To me, that's kind of a guiding principle for all this stuff. Some guys will put every shine on every buckle, on every button, on every pouch. And to me, that's kind of, more is not more in a lot of cases. I kind of like to keep it even and balanced. And that's how we end up with that guy. So I like him a lot.
Definitely.
Okay, so one of the ones I want to talk about is the Portillo's figure that we did.
Love Portillo's. We love Portillo's.
Yeah, let's talk about Portillo's for those of you who are not in the Chicagoland area.
Yes.
It is a very esteemed and very storied hot dog and hamburger chain.
Started out in the suburbs.
Yeah. With the one and only Dick Portillo, I think, as the legend goes. Starts with one little hot dog cart in Villa Park, I think. Anyway.
They have what, like 10, 12 locations now?
I think.
I know Joe has a checklist of all their locations and like keeps track of which ones he's been to.
I've been to most.
Almost all of them.
My cardiologist said I haven't been to all of them yet. But this was a little bit of fan art, nothing more. We did it just to see if we could do it. We have a little printed custom-made apron, hot dog, short sleeves, little Portillos on the back. This is the result of dozens and dozens of hours of up-close research of going to Portillos and quietly making notes on their uniform. So what happened is we put it up and said, hey, look what we made, and Portillos was nice enough to reach out to us and say we like those and how do we get them for our management guys in the home office. And we said, well, we will get you some, and we want food in exchange. And they came
gift
back,
cards.
Came back with gift cards, which kept us fed for a couple weeks. So this is a controversial statement, but Portillo's is Chicago's In-N-Out burger, except better.
With all the fixings, no ketchup.
Yeah. You can address all
Naturally.
your hate mail to that statement to citizen@citizenbrick.com. Sorry, it's
just a fact. I mean, you can't dispute science and truth.
Yeah.
This figure is cool as well because not only does it have Portillo's on the back, Portillo's printed in red on the hat, but we also had Dave from Cape Madness make us some cute little aprons that we then printed Portillo's in white on the front. So it's very true to their uniform.
Yeah. So to be clear, this isn't one that we sold far and wide. This is one that we just kind of made as a
very small quantity.
Yeah,
of these.
just to see if we could get those guys to notice
Mostly
us,
so.
and they did. So mission accomplished. Free hamburgers and hot dogs for us.
Highlight of the year.
That's right.
That was good.
That was the highlight of my career. What else did we do? Oh, okay. This is another. There's a story I'd like to kind of bring up about the pigs that we did this year.
Pigs.
So we made 2 pigs. Lego pigs are kind of scarce and kind of expensive. At least they were expensive when we started buying them. I don't know if they've become more abundant since then, but we got the idea to kind of do the little butcher map. We did a little dotted line showing how you would butcher a pig into all its delicious parts. And to be honest with you, I kind of thought it was a dumb idea. It was my idea, but I thought it was a dumb idea that I had. So I didn't think anybody would really be into it. But like most of the things we do, I just want to see it happen. So we did it, made 50.
How many did we make?
Let's check our notes here.
Pig pack 50. We made it back in May. Yep.
We made 50 of them, thinking we'd be left over like 47 of them because nobody but us would think this was funny. And unfortunately, we sold all of them in a few minutes.
Like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
we were way off on that.
Yeah, and we are sorry to everyone who didn't get one.
Yeah.
We wish we could have given you more and had more to sell, but they were just not available at that time.
Yeah, we're kind of born and bred printmakers, and when we make a limited edition, that's just it. We say there's 50, we're only making 50 of them. But we don't really ever artificially make editions low just to mess with people. I don't like going, oh, we only made like 2 of these things. That's kind of teasing people. I want everybody who wants one to get one, but this time we just kind of were way off. So I think we came back around in September. We made the tattoo pig, which I really think is the best thing we did this year.
I printed that one.
Printed by
I'm
Ashley.
very proud of it.
Came out of retirement to print that one.
Printed on both sides of the piggy and then the top. And the top we had to print the butt separate from the top of his haunches because couldn't get around that stud otherwise without distorting the artwork, but it was easier to print than I expected it to be. So
yeah, it came out good, and we made 300 something of them, 365, I think, pig for every day.
I think it was 365, 364.
And he only lasted about a day online, so I don't know how many people didn't get one.
381.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
We made it in September because we love tattoos and bacon.
That's right. Okay. All right.
More animals to come, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because printing animals is fun, and I guess you guys like them, so that's great.
Speaking of kind of short run ones that I didn't think anybody was going to go crazy for, but I was wrong again. Apparently, you guys like this stuff more than we thought you did. This is a holiday edition of our
Botany enthusiast.
Botany enthusiast, kind of our semi-mascot. We made a special Christmas sweater edition of him. I think we only did like 200 of them because we thought, who's really going to want this at Christmas?
Yeah, and we don't want to be left over with a bunch of these holiday figs kicking around in, February or whatever. But once again, we didn't make enough.
We sold them all, so I don't know how many people wanted them and didn't get them. Not too many, I hope. But we made a special edition, hand-injected, glittery accessory for him.
Mm-hmm. Hand over molded. I made them here in our shop. Each one is unique and its own. Most were glittered, clear with glitter. Others were swirled with pink and blue, kind of like a cotton candy thing. So collect them all if you can.
There's a lot of them. So this is one that, if you listen carefully, you can hear us making in the background right now. We're reprinting our Parody Enthusiast, which was kind of a personal, how do I say this? Has a special place in my heart with this guy. It was very near and dear to me as a child, and I'm a big fan of accordion music and Hawaiian shirts.
Joe invented his accessory here, which is a brick-built accordion that we then pad printed over.
I think you printed that one too, right?
I did, yeah. I printed the first batch of them just because I wasn't sure how difficult it was going to be. And they turned out great, and so we're making another batch of them. But yeah, I remember us kind of hitting our heads against the wall thinking like, how are we going to make an accordion? What's going to be a good looking accessory for this guy? And then one day Joe was like, Eureka, I have it.
It looks pretty good.
And it looks really great. It's one of my favorite things that I've maybe made ever.
I think it is a tribute and a testament to lighthearted, well-meaning satire. So hopefully no one would get upset about that.
Yes.
Or anyone's legal representation. Moving on. You want to talk about some of the 3-packs we did here?
Yeah, we released a lot of really involved and cool 3-packs in September, the fall. One of which was the Flippin' Sweet Friends. It features our first ever short sleeves where we printed the ringer cuff on it. And I wasn't so sure how those would look, but I think they're rather impressive. So that was great. And one of our printers did a stand-up job of it. Also, one of the guys in this pack has a little bolo, which I adore and wish we should make more figures with bolos.
We should just get bolo ties.
We should do bolos, yeah. We could do a Stud Club bolo. That would be top notch.
Comment in the comments below if you want.
If you would wear that, because we would.
One more note about this guy is we took the regular black Lego hairpiece, and some people ask, how do we get hair colors that don't exist in the Lego catalog? And what we do in every case that we've done it is we've taken the Lego piece and sprayed it with an airbrush using the same ink that we use. We use the same kind of ink that Lego uses. And we thinned it out and did a couple of coats on it, kind of like you would spray a car. And did 3 or 4 passes of that, and I think it came out pretty legitimate. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's the correct color, and
it's the real ink, so
yep,
can't beat it. What else? What about these guys?
This is our Beach Party Vietnam pack. It's 3 figures. I think this has the most accessories we've ever put in a pack ever, or with any products that we've made.
Ones, yeah.
Yeah, this guy comes with a bloody machete, camera with big old camera and lens cap, and an alternate head as well that's got a little bit of a camouflage printing on it. And then, is this like a death card? Yeah, death card, printed campaign hat with some little gold detailing and tassels on the top. And then the coup de grace is the printed surfboard that's
that
printed.
came out.
Turned out phenomenal, and we had a lot of reservations about this because printing around the studs here is never an easy thing, regardless of what type of Lego accessory or piece it is. And
if you know anything about printing and color matching, printing a green on a dark red is extra tricky because if you do it wrong, you're gonna end up with a brown blob. So we used a couple of secrets that we're not gonna reveal, but it came out perfect. One more note about these hats. This one has been kicking around our shop, this whole set, for 2 years or more.
Yes.
We started collecting the parts for this thing 2 years ago. One of the first things we do is bought these hats that had a little sheriff star, a little gold star in front, and had poor Jen sand them off.
Oh, yeah.
Then we
One at
ran
a
them
time.
through
A dishwasher, right?
Dishwasher and a dishwasher bag, little.
Did we use Brasso too at one point?
Use Brasso.
We tried so many different things.
Hand scrub these things, I think, with a toothbrush, and then we finally got them clean enough to print the little tassels and the sabers on it. But
yeah.
It looks right.
Were those the same hats that we couldn't find for like a couple weeks,
yeah.
and then you found them in that bag on the top of your refrigerator at home?
I don't know how they got there. I have kids that.
So they've had probably more lives than we've had.
A lot of journey.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a great pack. It's still for sale. Beach Party Vietnam.
It came out great.
Turned out really well.
I kind of buzzed through a couple of these things that we did around Citizen Brick Day, which is usually, was it in April this year, or we do it in, this might have been for the September
This was
one?
for the CB 5.5, so we geared it as like a prototype sale. So we, on purpose, made smaller editions of figures that are admittedly a little more culty, a little B-side, but they're super fun. And
but they're prototypes, so we never really made them. We just had a few of them for a couple hours on the website.
There's about 100 each of them, maybe 150, but...
Depends. I think we did a couple more of this guy. This one was super scarce because Lego only made that hairpiece on one figure a couple of years ago, and we kind of bought up the world's supply of them. So there's not going to be any kind of a resurgence of this one unless we can get our hands on them. Maybe we got a secret stash of those hairs out
Yeah, let us know. We want to make more, but
yeah.
we can't right now.
Yeah, but that was the shortest run of stuff we did this year.
I love her accessories. The revolver and the little poof that's supposed to be poop.
What else? Can I go through some? These are also a little more obscure. This is our milkshake enthusiast. This is our Uber driver.
I like the milkshake because he's got elbow pads on the back of his arms, which I don't think, maybe we've done some old military stuff that had some insignia back almost on the elbow, but that's the first like legit
no, we drew
elbow
it,
patch.
We tried to do it. It was on the
Airborne
guy. Yeah, we didn't do it. So this is the only time, first and only time we've ever done real patches on the elbows, which can be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can notice that in the package. Does it bear a striking resemblance to Daniel Day-Lewis? I don't know. Have we done a couple that look like Academy Award-winning actor Daniel Day-Lewis? Who's to say? You know,
I can't call it.
if he saw it and liked it and wanted to add to our wall of autographs, I wouldn't say no.
That'd be cool.
If his legal representation is hearing this now, I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's Daniel Day-Lewis?
Moving on.
Moving on. A pack I'm really proud about is the Negligent Parents pack that was released during Black Friday, so just recently. It's also a 3-pack decked out with a lot of accessories.
Including my favorite one of all.
Mm-hmm.
A die-cut sports ball guy.
Sports ball dude to rock around the Christmas tree with.
Yeah.
Because you gotta have that one tall cutout.
I think one of the most exciting parts about this job is that we have to find out how to do this kind of stuff. Do we print the cards? Who's going to make us a die that's this small?
Yeah.
And the Intrepid actually found it not in too much trouble. But these things are all over my house, and I find them everywhere I go, everywhere. Tiny,
really?
Tiny sports ball man.
There's worse things you could find floating around your house, I suppose. Yeah, this set is really fun because there's some little hidden accessories. If you don't take these out of the package, you may not notice, but we have a little clip. What kind of clip is this? It's not a U-clip, is it?
It's not a U-clip. It's a 1x1 modified clip.
There we go. That's what the Bricklink proper name is for it. But it straps a little rifle to his back, which is cool and different.
He also comes with a 2-sided face in case you want to switch his emotions.
Yeah. Yep, just in case he's like...
let's say hypothetically you were a small boy alone in a house in your suburbs, and 2
bumbling burglars
tried to abscond with your Christmas. You might make that face too.
Another little hidden detail here is on the back of this bumbling burglar is a little tarantula crawling up his shoulder. So look for that on your own pieces at home. You got to remove his trench coat to do so, though. So
now you might be saying, but I don't want to break open the package. The packaging is so nice. What do we do? Well, we advise that you buy 2.
Get 2. Take one out to play with. Put one up on the shelf.
Right.
It just makes sense. Moving on.
This was a little quick one that we did. For a set we called The Day Before Saturday.
Mm-hmm. 2 figures. We wanted to do this one for a while. It took us a little bit of time to collect all the pieces and parts to do it. We really wanted to perfect the overmolded accessory that he holds as well.
What else we do? This is an also ran figure. This is a reprint of our Zombie Barista.
Yep.
I like this guy because he's got the cape, which I was thinking of. He's got a coffee-soaked
apron,
die-cut, laser-cut apron. So this is what you'd hope to see in a zombie apocalypse, is that you could still get your latte.
Yep.
Right? Who do we miss here?
We haven't covered these 2 ladies.
Oh yeah. This is one that I've wanted to do for years. This is our Exorcism Enthusiast.
That was like our Halloween feature. We did a
Yeah.
little Halloween release, and she was kind of the main product there.
Comes with a little floating demon head, which would make all my Catholic school teachers proud. But this is what I'm doing with myself now.
I love the way that Joe drew her eyes. They're absolutely terrifying. I saw a previous design iteration of it where she looked angrier, and then we opted
More
to do
demon possessed.
the happier one, and the happier one is like way creepier.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Sure. Yeah, I like the way that one came out quite a bit. We also did this one. So let's say that you find yourself to be living in a dystopian patriarchy in the near future. Not at all like a present situation.
yeah, we're not moving in that direction at all.
Not at all.
Everything's fine.
Sure. What's notable about this one is we got these really cool little bonnets cut by Dave at Cape Madness again. I really like this figure. I like all the knowing looks that I get from people who see it when we put it on the road. Give me a little
Our
dissecting
favorite
nod.
joke to use at shows when we're talking about this figure is, you gotta buy 2 because they travel in pairs. And some people do. They fall for that. It works.
They go for that.
Go for that. Yes.
Oh,
This one also had maybe my favorite CB fan art ever, where a Canadian fan of ours on Instagram, she traveled 2 hours north of where she lives and found this really cool river spot and took pictures of 2 of the gals walking next to one another, and it was
screen
so
accurate
good.
location.
Yep.
We also did, I don't know, I feel like this boxing guy has been with us for a long time, but he might have been this year.
It was like February, March.
Early last year. Okay.
Early last year, yeah. Or 2018.
If anyone out there knows where I can get shorts like that in real life, that's what I'm asking for Christmas. In this one, I guess I would take an yellow-orange Kung Fu jumpsuit, one-piece jumpsuit, too. Either one. Just comment in the notes below.
We wanted to make her for a long time, but the trouble was we always had it in our minds that we needed to do a yellow torso and legs. And as you guys probably know, it's really hard to get that yellow hip piece.
Because Lego doesn't want us making naked Lego.
Because we would. We would and we will. So then finally we resolved to just use bright light orange, and she looks pretty great. A lot of people have been like, this is awesome, even though it's not the yellow you would imagine it to be. So
I like it a little bit better. I think that's my favorite Lego color. So we have a ton of stuff that we're doing for 2019. We're already in the works for new stuff. We're going to fatigue everybody by coming out with amazingness every month or so. So I don't know. Did you get all these this year? If not, which ones did you not get? Some of them we still have. Most of them we don't. But thank you to everybody for kind of keeping us in business last year and allowing us to keep making these things and keep doing good stuff if you keep checking them out.
yeah, thanks guys. We will see you next time.